Okay, here we go. Okay, let's make sure that I'm actually live. Audio check, 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 check. Audio check, 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 check. Okay, let's make sure that I'm actually live. Audio check, check. Okay, let me turn that down for the moment. So let's get started. So where am I continuing on from yesterday? Continuing on. I need to get the so virtual here to remotely map a DDJ-400 just doesn't work. Can't figure it out. Not sure why it's specific to DJ-400, but it doesn't work. So what I want to do is I want to duplicate the mapping, which unfortunately I don't have direct access to the virtual DJ device definition. The device definition is the XML file that defines the relationship between the physical controls, which would be like a actual MIDI note on events, CCs, and these map values. So if you take, here's an example device definition file for the DDJ SB, and you'll see that it defines a button or a slider, and there's CC CC MSB, and where that takes us to is then the mapping from the actual MIDI device controls over to the command and the deck number, right? So this is FX beat on deck 1 is mapped to control channel B, and I have to look up what the CCMSB, I can't remember. It has something to do with the slider definition. And then these names are used in the mapping to map them to VDJ script. So we have the mapping file for the DDJ-400, but there are about 200 and, right, there's the open close, right? There's about 214 controls that I need to map from MIDI to these controls here. And some of these I'm not even sure what they are, like a DNC. It's most likely the case that this is mapped as a HID device since it's a recent mapping. So some of these may not work. Like, what did I figure out what DNC stands for? Do we have anything that any names here that start with DNC? No, no example of DNC there. Backspin short, medium, long. CF cut lag. Mode. And request where the action is true. DNC fader start. These are control changes, right? Because they've changed settings. Settings, Pioneer DDJ-400, fader start. yes. Or these are toggles. If the fader start setting is yes, then true other than else, false. No, it's not a toggle. Yes, then true, otherwise false. Okay, not exactly sure what that command is. But I think it doesn't matter. Yeah, DNC loaded, load pulse. DNC vinyl mode. DNC vinyl mode isn't even a vinyl mode. I don't know what DNC stands for. It doesn't matter, right? Based on your experience using this with the DJSB mapping, just doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, so let's figure out what we need to do here. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to figure out how it is that the virtual DJ normally communicates these commands over, and I will create a duplicate mapping. So let's start by that. Let us let me duplicate the DDJ-SB. Rename this guy DDJ-400 score RTP MIDI. The device name, we'll call this DDJ-400 RTP MIDI. Now I might actually need to create 4 versions of this, because if I have 4 different controllers in here, the vid-pid identification doesn't work. I have to actually, I probably will have to show them up as different device types, because these raw MIDI devices seem to only be identified by driver name. So let's get rid of this. Set the description. DDJ-400. And so it's not mixed in with the other pioneers. I'll call this rtpMIDI DDJ-400, so it'll be under R's. Type MIDI. No vid-pid. No Mac driver name. 2 decks. And the driver name, I'll call this RTP-400. I'll call this DDJ-400 with no dashes, space, RTP. It's got to be MIDI because that's the device. All right. First, init and exit. So these are, I guess, let's take a look at Let's grab the documentation and let's read along what the mapping files are. So I'm not creating an HID definition. I want a MIDI definition. So we start with device. Forget the slides. Motor, platform, vidpid, sysx, driver name. Right, they're not going to be different because in rtpMIDI you can't make them different, right? So the name of the device, both for input and output, can only be the same local name. I'm not using the built-in sound card, so I'm not mapping audio. And the example DDJ-SB configuration does not have any audio mapping. So I will omit this because I don't need that. The MIDI elements. What about init? Touch scripts, LEDs, digits, text displays, sysx. Okay. The device requires sysx initialization. Use the init elements. Send sysx. Use the exit elements. Okay, so I've got an example of a recording here where I connected a virtual DJ, and let's see what it sent to my device. What did it set to my device? From host to device 2.43, sent this long sysx f 0004561f7 was okay. So that's not unusual in this example device here. Yeah, this actually is real similar. And then LED sysx. So, and then what I noticed when I was running this is that once it boots up, so these zeros seem to be setting the lights to 0. Let me grab MIDI format. So the message types. Status byte followed by 1 or 2 data bytes. It's really status byte followed by 2 data bytes. This is not the best documentation. Right. Variable length quantity, yes, but mainly for sysx's, and that seems to be handled automatically. So what I really care about variable number is the MIDI event, right? 9, 9, right? 16 channels. So the first one is 9. 9 means that it's a node on event. A is the MIDI channel. 10 is the note and value. I think that's what MIDI note numbers. Those are just all hex. What I need is to validate where the validate that is correct, right? Data 1 and data 2. That's right. Status, there's a status byte, then data 1 byte and data 2 byte. So that's the 3 bytes. Status that starts with 9 is note on, and N is the channel number, right? So those are the 3 bytes. Note on, channel A, 100. Channel A. So should that be channel 11 or channel A? I don't know. The DDJ-SB definition only has, let's take a look at some of these other ones. The Nexus 2. Button bit. That's a different format. What does that mean? Vid PID button CC. What the heck does bit mean? Byte encoding. All right. This I think is some older version. DJM 900. There aren't even any channel selectors on this. Oh, okay, so no idea. I have no idea whether this channel identifier is in hex or it's in decimal. Oh, channel 11. Yes, because the highest possible channel was F, which is 16. Okay. Next. Okay. Okay. All right. So yes. So let's get that memorized, right? The type, which it tells me, and then the channel, and then first two digits, second two digits. So some of these are like big cis-X's. All right, so these are these are the fragments. So I guess let's take a guess and say that this is the fragment that I want to send. Let's copy the field value. Let's try this. And this seems to want capital letters, so I'll capitalize that. And then I'll comment out the exit, because I think when I shut it down, here are all of the control change events. Oh, whoops, sorry. It's still receiving commands. So that was the interesting thing, is that 3000, 35, 36. Oh, sorry. Time was 1740, and there should be a big jump in time. Right. So this is when I shut it down, and the last, all of these last commands were all note on, were all like oh, I'm not sure why rtpIDI sending these source to host, source to host, source to host. Sorry, it's here. 851 is that first batch, right? So these are the commands from the source to the host, right? What happens is after I quit virtual DJ, once the MIDI device has been mapped, it's still connected. And so we still get commands come in. So if I hit buttons and stuff, it will show up here, even though there's no Wireshark can pick them up, even though there are no applications who have actually opened that that device. But here 851, right? Because I wasn't at this for quite that long. We see the last commands here are a note off event, right? So this is 9 to channel 11. It turned note 67 or hex 67 to 00, right? So these are all turning lights off. It did send a last sysx here. It sent a couple of sysx's. So it sent this one. Sent the same sysx a couple of times. It's the same sysx. And the very last one is this one. What does the documentation say about these exits as some of these examples? Let me grab this just in case, but I don't think I need this. Copy value. Let's stick this in here. Certainly is a different command. Is this too much? I don't know. These examples here are F end in blah, 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 F7, right? Because that F7 at the end, I think it means something, right? Like this, it's the end of this block or something. All right, now let's work our way down. So I first connected here. And what am I sending here? Control change events. What were these control change events? Oh, no. These got sent from the device to me. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I hit a fader or something. Right. Control change, channel 0. 24 to 15. Right, so these were two different faders, right? It's channel 0, channel 1. And I think they're probably the up faders, so they're probably the same as the ones that were here. Well, no. High-low filter, high, mid, low filter volume. Volume is probably that gain. And then the channel fader, cross fader. CC33. This is CC. Oh, I see there are multiples in this. There are two control change events. Well, why are there always exactly two? That doesn't make any sense. One of these has got to be. Oh no, this is just one. Channel 0. Channel 24 and 04. Let's take a quick look and see what controls the DJSB has. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so high, mid, low filter. It has no trim knobs. Right, so that volume is volume. All right, let's see. And then, okay, so yeah. The upfader and the crossfader. The upfaders and the crossfaders worked. As did the play buttons. Okay, since I don't have any other commands coming in, now is the time to try it. All right. So that was the upfader, channel 33 down to 0. Should be here. Slider. Blah, 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 blah. Mixer section. Volume. Yep, 33. So these are the same as on the SB3. So I'm betting a lot of these are the same. I need a tool to make sure that I haven't missed anything. Value, volume, action, volume. Okay. Do I want to work this? What order do I want to work this in? Okay. Then let me grab the sysx again. This is the opening sysx. Closing sysx. A lot of these lights are the same. A lot of these are the same. Maybe I should just work down in the order of the original mapping. FX section. Here are the MIDI messages. F7. Computer. channel, the note. Okay, fine. So these are all in off is 0, 0, on, right? And so this is channel 4. Oh, no, because we call this channel 5, but these are 0 referenced. All right, so Pioneer's documentation is 1 referenced channel numbering. VDJ uses 0 reference channel number. Okay, so the VDJ channels will correspond to these, to the decimal converted hex. So basically channel -1 or 9, 4. So that's channel 4. And in hex, that would be the same. So we've got this LED connected, channel 11. That would be channel 12 by Pioneer's reckoning. Which isn't used at all. So I don't know what this LED connected is. Does the DJSB have a light that indicates that it's connected? Oh, I see. It has a vinyl slip mode button, which the DDJ-400 doesn't have. Okay. Maybe. I don't see a light here that would represent whether it's connected or not. So let's work our way down. So this does not exist. FX 1, 2, 3 on, right? So the FX works differently here. So we don't have any of these FX levels. So I'll comment these out for now, and I'll have to come back and remap them to the way that the beat effects work here. Same thing with the LEDs. These don't work the same. All right, the mixer section. PFLs. These were the same. I think they were the same. Blah, 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 blah. I need to up level the MIDI event. Right click, fly as column. There we go. Code index, note on. All right, just so that I remember. Right. 9 is note on, right? 4 is channel 4. All right, so let me just double check these. So channel 0 PFL, that's right on and then off. So that's channel 0, 54. Right, so that's the same as this. 68, oh, sorry. And then this is 54 on channel 1. That's 68. Right, so those are the same. The load buttons on channel 6, 46, and 47. That's 46 and 47, so those are the same. Shift load. But why was there a control change there? Oh, did I fiddle a knob accidentally? Probably pushed a knob accidentally. So that's channel 6, 68. And it's 67 on the other side. What? What? Deck 1 shift load. That's 68. How can that be 68? Oh, because it's on a different channel. So load is 46. Shift load is 68 on the same channel. All right. So that's different. What even does shift load do? Related tracks. I see. Then shift load on deck 2. Do we use shift load? Yes. Right, there's no related track. So we do use shift load. So 68 on deck 1. Touched something. (7A). 68 and 7A on channel 6. So it's still on channel 6, but this is 7A. Okay. Then I got to figure out what these CCM SBs mean. What does CCM SB mean? Slider. Button sliders. The MIDI CC of the MSB for 14-bit MIDI. Is that why we get doubles? Let's turn the EQ high, right? EQ high to minimum. And the answer is yes. So that's why you get 2 on these control changes. We get 2 because this is 14-bit MIDI. So B0. So that's channel 0. (0700). Okay, I see. So the second one, right, so as I went down, one E19, okay, I see. So that's 01E 019000. So that's where we're counting down. So this is 9E 86 66 47 33A. F55, right. So MSB is the CC, right? Because it's two CCs in a row. MSB is the most significant bit, right? The higher part. So that's 0727. All right, so that's correct. I'm betting it's the same on both sides. And then MSB here should be 0B for mid, right? And 2B, so that's correct. And then for low, the MSB is 0F, which is the same as it is here. And the CC is 2F, right? And then filter channel is on channel 6 instead, right? Filter is on channel 6, and MSB is 17, and the CC is 37, right? 1737, right? Now on the other side, 38 and 18, which is as it is here. And then the volume, which is channel 1 on the right-hand side, right? And that's 33 and 30. No, sorry, 33 and 13. Okay, so that's correct. Then we have play. No, channel fader play. What is channel fader play? Q. Where's the sync button? And sync. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, some weird command. Channel fader start. Oh, I don't think we have these commands. Fader. Sorry, what is it called? Yes, CH fader. Oh, we don't have these commands. So these commands do not exist. For the DDJ-400. Then we have the crossfader, which is CC3F, MSB1F. That's correct, on channel 6. All right. And the headphone mix. Headphone mix is on channel 6. CC is, this is the headphone mix, right? Yes, this is the headphone mix, so it's different. This is on channel 6. CC is 2C. And the MSB is 0C. Okay, so C instead of 5, same concept. Okay. Next, the browse encoder. Okay. As I recall, this was similar. Was it? I can't remember now. Control change. Channel 6. CC40. Yes, that's correct. And then let's double check shift with the browse encoder. That's CC64. That's the same as it is here. Okay, good. Next, browse push. Channel 6, CC41. Channel 6. That is different. Channel 6. Touch something. CC41. Channel 6, CC42. Oh, sorry. No. Sorry. Shift and the browse encoder. Channel 6, CC64. Same as it was before. Now, oh, sorry, that's also, I was pushing instead of encoding. This encoder is channel 40. Push is node 41 on channel 6, right? Shift push is node 42. That's correct. They're back. Shift push is back. It's 42. So do we use shift push or back? Okay, so we have browse encode and push. So we've got the encoder pushes. And there's only 3 instances of back here. So we do not have back buttons. All right, there's a dedicated back button here, which does not exist on this. So these buttons don't exist. I think the LED PFLs are correct, but I can check them because we have the documentation. So the PFL LEDs are M71 and M72 in the documentation. So M71 and M72. So channels 1 and 2. Right? Yep, channels 1 and 2. $54 and $68 for on input, 54 and 60. Okay, so those are the same. Next, the decks. Deck 1. Okay, I'm pretty sure that these are the same. I didn't hit them all though. So, hello. There we go. Play pause. 0B. Yep. Q. 0C. Correct. The sync button. Sync button does 2 things. No, it was 2 in a row. 9058. Oh, interesting. Nothing on key down. They both are on key up. Okay. That's interesting. But it is 5C. What? Wait, what? No, it's 5/8. Whoa, there's some long press behavior. Short press, 5/8. Long press, 5C. What? All right, anyway, it's 5/8, so that's the same. I'll come back to that. Shift, 3F. Correct. Vinyl. There's no vinyl. Key lock. There's no key lock. There's no vinyl. Key lock. No key lock. Okay. No key lock. Shift play pause is 47. Shift Q is 48. Shift sync is 60. Oh, that's different. Yeah, that for sure is 60. All right, that changes the pitch range. And shift sync is definitely 60. Double check this. Shift sync, D5L. Shift. Yep, that's 60. So no vinyl, no key lock. Pitch slider, CC20 MSB00. Right. Shift the pitch slider. There's no shift pitch slider. Pitch. Pitch range, pitch, no shift pitch. So shift pitch does not exist. All right, and then the one that didn't work, that only worked on deck 2. Jog touch. Why are there 2? 35 and 36. Here, clearly, it's just 36. These are both set to the same, so why does... What? Jog touch. 1, 2. So there's definitely jog touch and shift jog touch. Why is it both 35 and 36? Clearly, according D3L, jog touch. 36 and 67. So there's no 35. You should have marked the ones that were different. Gar, you're an idiot. You can eyeball them, just compare top to bottom. And shift jog touch is 67. Jog CDJ, jog vinyl. No, these modes don't exist. Deck 1 LEDs. Play, pause, cue. Those are both working. Sync light. D5L. $58 and 60 instead of 5C. There's no vinyl and there's no key lock. No vinyl and no key lock. Okay, play, pause. BC 58 3F. No vinyl and no key lock. 47, 48. All right, shift sync is 60. No vinyl and no key lock. Pitch is 20, and there is no shift pitch. Jog touch, just 36. Shift jog is 67. There's no CDJ, no vinyl. LEDs, play, pause, BC 58. BC 58, BC 58, right? No vinyl and no key lock. Shift, play, pause. 47, 48. Sync is 60. No vinyl, no key lock. Okay. Some more pads. Oh, I see. The play pause is completely different here. There's only 4 pads, and I've got 8 here. Okay. All right, before I do those, let's see if this works. So what am I triggering on? I'm looking for a device called DDJ-400 RTP. So let me name this DDJ-400 space RTP. Let's enable that. Okay. How do I make Virtual DJ load these? Okay, so this device name is DDJ-400 RTP. All right, and I want to map this mapping to DDJ-400 RTP. Is this the right thing to do, or do I want to use the built-in one? Do I instead leave this and call this PI? Do I call this PI DDJ-400? Okay, so let's try this. PI DDJ-400. Let's imagine, let's see if this is less effort. right, which is a MIDI mapping. Okay. If not, I have to do this separately. Okay, so let's try running this. All right, it found an rtpMIDI DDJ-400. And it found the real ones. But yeah, so this does not work. It's real confused. rtpMIDI is there. DDJ-400 is a failed to connect. So that's correct. But why is there no control? MIDI aux. Let's connect to the DDJ-400 RTP. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm not getting anything here. What did I do? What did I do wrong? Are we not allowed to capture packets? Enabled, the mappings are here. Nothing. Disable, re-enable it. Nothing. What? 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 All right, turn this off. Let's go MIDI aux to the real DDJ-400. All right, I got these. Now, this is going to error out. Right. All right, let me turn this off now. Now, MIDI devices, disconnect. All right. Now, MIDI devices, DDJ-400 RTP. Hello? Why doesn't this work? This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. rtpMIDI not able. Because I need a local device. Sorry. This is stupid of me. This is the remote side. So I'm gonna turn this off. This is the source. All right. And then I need to create another session. And this is the client receiver 400 RTP, DDJ 400 RTP, and I will connect it to the source. Forget that. I'm just gonna go connect it to the whatever. All right. Now, disconnect that. Go back. Still nothing. What? Live mapping. Oh, I'm not seeing it here. All right, I gotta quit and restart MIDI ops. There we go. Now we have it, right? This is the pair. Okay. Now start virtual DJ again. We found the rtpMIDI DDJ-400. We hit OK. We verified that we can connect to rtpMIDI DDJ-400, and we cannot connect to the real DDJ-400 because it's in use. And yay, this mapping works. Yeah. Effects, mixer. Oh, filter. Filter effects knob doesn't work. What? All right, so your filter knob is messed up. Headphones also. These lights work. Okay, so the blinky blinkies work. Shift Q, that works. Tempo fader, that works. Jog wheel does not work. Touch works, but jogging doesn't work. All right. Didn't enter in that incorrectly. That's correct. Well, because you didn't enter in the jog wheel. All you entered in was jog touch. Right. Okay. But what's mysterious is how the filter knob doesn't work. How does that compare to the documentation? The filter knob is F11 and F12. F11. Yes. So the filter knobs are both on channel 7. Right, which is channel 6. MSB is 17, 37, and 1838. 1737 and 1838. So that's correct. On channel 6. (1737 and 1838) on channel 6. So that's correct. Is the mapping messed up? Filter action equals filter. That's it. So why do the filter knobs not work? the? What? 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 Filter slider. Filter is just filter here. There's only 2 entries in filter here. Only 2 here. What does it look like to VDJ? So filter from 0 to 1. What the? Don't understand. Should be filter. So why is this? Oh, because there must be another button somewhere. Yeah, okay, so your filters are MSB, CC, 3738. OX. Find OX37. There's only one. 38. Oh, yeah. Oh, but that's a note. And how about the MSBs? OX17 and OX18. Nope. And 18? But these are on different channels. Okay, so there's no conflict. There's no conflict. Getting the factory default mapping. Seeing that being correctly mapped to filter. I see this as being set to filter. So why does this not work? Why is this messed up? And why does this change? Bass? What does this even mean? What? It's color effects. Modern EQ. But I see this doesn't work properly with stem when in stem mixing mode. Okay, so this works fine in regular mode. Okay, fine. Near, near, near. Weird, but okay, whatever. Um, all right, so the sync button works. Okay. We're getting there. Let's figure out these jog wheels. What is wrong with these jog wheels? D3L. Deck 1 jog touch, 35. No vinyl mode, right? Okay. Vinyl mode on off. Vinyl mode on off. Fine, whatever. No vinyl mode. Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. Backspin length. So these are all controls. They're the reverse. Text displays. But these are not sysettes. Progress bars and VU meters. Coders. Jog wheels. Touch strips. Sliders. Some examples of DNC commands here, which is fine. We're not going to use them. The defaults are okay. I see. I commented out the jogs, and therefore they don't work. Right, it's got to be jog CDJ. Jog touch. Or in this case, touch wheel is just jog. Touch wheel, touch wheel. Right, so it's just jog. It's probably jog CDJ. And what are these set to? D3L, D3L. Deck 2 was working. 21. So it should be wheel side is 21. Shift or not. What are jog and jog out? All right, so let's put this back in. Oh, I see. Ah, I have to uncomment this region, and then I want those guys commented out. Same thing up here. $23, $22 or $23. So it's like 21 and 22. All right, anyway, let's start with this. Sorry, not jog out, not jog CDJ, just jog. Okay, so that's weird. Because this side was working, right? 21 and 22. 22 is vinyl mode on. Should be 23. So CDJ vinyl, these are both set to just touch wheel. 0 is 40, full is 800. So these are the same. $41 for 40 and 3F for rewind. All right. All right, okay. Bam, 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 bam. Let's put those back. This is jog underscore out. Maybe out means the outer ring, right? And then jog on the platter when vinyl mode is off. It's 23. Is that what I'm actually getting? No, I'm getting them on channel 22. It's supposed to be when vinyl mode is on. Vinyl mode on the default? Yes, vinyl mode cannot be turned off via the DDJ-400. Okay, I see. So vinyl mode is on by default, so that puts it on 22. 22. So let me copy these, put them down here, and put them on channel 1. Try this again. There we go. All right, so that pitch bend works. Scratching works. Okay. And then on this side, whoops. What is going on? Try to change these to be deck 2. Can I reload the device? Yes, I can, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah, so I got to restart. Play, and I can scratch. Okay, good. Okay, so that works for the jogs work. Yay, the jogs work. Now let's work on the plaids. Headphone cue buttons. Headphone cues didn't work properly. Let me just double check that. Headphone mix. I say there's both headphone volume and headphone mix. Headphone volume and headphone mix. Okay. Headphone mix here is M10. M10. Channel 6, 0C, and 2C. So that should work. Master level. So this is a headphone level. And then slider CC equals headphone level 0x2D CCMSB equals 0D x0D. Name equals, what is the name of this command? Headphones underscore vol. Oh, I see. Names are off. Channel equals 6. Right, that's on channel 6. But the command that we're looking for is headphones. All right, so the mix is working now. And the volume. Okay, good. Oh, you're getting there. Okay. You're close. You need to get the FX panel working. But first, the pads. Okay. What happened here? Oh, switched views. All right, let's turn off some of those hotkeys. Function. Set to function keys. All right. Okay, next we have the pads. One B. All right. Pad mode hot cue. And there's 8 of them. All right. And are they called hot cue underscore pad? Yes, hot cue underscore pad 1, 2, 3, 4. Except there's 4 more. 5. Whoa. 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. The next mode after hot cue is not auto loop. It's beat loop. Beat loop. Beat loop. Which is 6D. On channel 0. 60, 61, 62, 63. 63, and there's 4 more of these. And they are called this auto loop should become right. Replace auto loop with beat loop. Replace all. Right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 65, 66, 67. Right. Next, after beat loop is a beat jump. And that is just called mode beat jump. Change all occurrences to beat jump. Ah. Add mode. Add mode beat jump. And beat jump underscore pad. Okay. It's 20. All right. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Four, 25, 26, 27. Next is the sampler. Sampler is just sampler. And that's and that's 22. Same as it was here. Okay. The pads, yeah, for whatever reason, the button is in there on 30. So these are the same convention for the sampler. Same for pad 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, right, up to 37. 4, 35, 36, 37. Right. Next is pad mode keyboard. $69. and 40. Okay, so it's same conventions. 4. Wait, what? Oh. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Yes. $47. Group 2. Group 2 should be FX1. Yes, pad. It's called pad FX1. Pad FX1. That's 1E. All right. That is 1E. And the notes here are 10, 11, 12. Okay. 10, 11, 12, 13. And there's 8 of them. 14, 15, 16, 17, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. That is group 3, probably pad FX2. Yep, pad FX2. Oops. Group 3, pad FX2. $21. Sorry, not 21. 6B. $6B. And these numbers here, channel 7, right? 50, 51, 52, right? 50, 51, 52, 53. Four, 5, 6, 57. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and these are all matching. All right. Last one. Instead of group 4, we have key shift. All one word. And that's 6F. Okay, it's the same. 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Four, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then the LEDs. Let's make sure that these all match up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So these aren't in here. These aren't in here. Hmm. LED pad mode hotkey, right? Anyway, those LED pad modes aren't necessary, but LED hotkey. There is LED shift hotkey. Hmm. 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 But they totally did light up. They totally lit up. I see default equals hotkey pad 1. So the mappings are built in. Okay. Beat jump sampler keyboard. All right, so these are all mapped up. All right, so first you need to duplicate these out. Sorry. No, you do not first duplicate them out because you have to fix them first. So hotkey pad 00307, no problem. Beat loop pad is on 20. Beat jump pad, sorry, beat loop pad's on 60. Beat jump pad's on 20. Sampler's on 30. Keyboard's on 40. Pad FX is on 10. Pad FX2 is on 50. Key shift is on 70. Okay. Now we multiply these out. Double check. 0, 60, 20, 30, 40, 10, 30, 40, 10, 50, 70. All right, so that's correct. Now we multiply these. Now we multiply these out. 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then shift pads, hot cue, beat loop, beat jump. All right, so I just need to figure out what these numbers are. Oh, whoops, sorry. Back to hot cue. Actually, these are pretty different. This is same, but channel 8. So hot cue is from 0, 0. Beat loop is on 60. Beat jump is on 20. Whoops. Sampler is on 30. Just double check. Right. Keyboard is on 40. Pad FX 1 is on 10. Pad FX 2 is on 50. Key shift pad 1. Key shift is on 70. Next, multiply these out. Right, and then increment these 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7. Eight. Suddenly wondering whether, let me take a quick look. Do I have chat history? Nope. Okay, good. Nobody said anything. I only have, not sure. Hmm. Does this actually have an effect? I have the feeling changing the CQ level dynamically does not do anything. All right, let me quickly, I wonder if I can quickly restart the stream. Let's change the CQ level to 12 so it's not crazy. Let's add a key binding for discard delay.